Hey, welcome everyone. I am super excited that you're here and for putting health as a top priority. And this call tonight, we're really going to talk about the importance of gut health and how it really is a game changer and a key to things overall health. And I'm excited that you're here. And my friend and I, Amber, that's on here with me at times, our vision is to help create healthier lives, one family, one community, one person at a time, so that people can feel younger longer and honestly feel amazing every single day. So, are you ready? So, gut health, the power in it. Now, what is the gut health and how does it impact your health? And a balanced gut means that you have more energy to do the things that you love versus when you have an unhealthy gut, that leaves you feeling sluggish and tired. Are you guys with me? Do you feel that? Now, when your gut is healthy and you have a lot of good flora, mycoflora, and bacteria, your body's engine runs smoothly. That is your metabolism. Your hunger signals are really clear. You know when you're hungry, you know when you're full, and it prevents too much extra fat from storing and building up. Now, here's the thing. I hear from so many clients that there's heartburn, bloating, gas, indigestion, low energy, chronic, like just inability to lose weight and brain fog, right? I feel like that is so prevalent right now. And an imbalanced gut, that bacteria can cause chronic inflammation, which is so linked to insulin resistance and weight gain. So if you're one of those people that you were like, yes, this speaks my language, I totally can relate, then I want to share with you some things tonight that we can talk about ways to control that and make it better. Now, I want to say even too, beautiful skin. If someone has a lot of acne and eczema and skin issues, a lot of times it's telling me that they have an unhealthy gut. And looking at this slide, overall, regular and complete digestion is so essential. So if you're not eliminating, if you're not pooping every day, there is cause for concern. Okay, so let's dive in to the next one. So who's heard of the term gut feeling? Now, I know that that is something that could be a metaphor, but truly, there is this brain gut connection, and it's known as the second brain. Your gut communicates with the brain in multiple ways. There's findings even now that say there's people with a higher percentage of IBS and functional bowel problems develop depression and anxiety. Now, think about this, your gut feeling. 80% of your feel-good hormone, serotonin, is produced and made in the gut. So when you've got a diet that's high in sugar, processed foods, unhealthy fats, this will disrupt that feel-good hormone and it impacts your mood and impacts your well-being. Now, another term I'm going to throw at you is leaky gut. Have you heard of that term? This is when there's tiny gaps in the gut lining, and that just allows unwanted particles to pass through. That causes bloating, inflammation, tiredness, and again, that affects your mood and your serotonin production. Now, we need stomach acid because that's what helps break down the food and kills harmful bacteria. So, at times, if our stomach acid is too low, we've got this undigested food that's not broken down. It rots, it's bad bacteria, it irritates the gut lining, and it can increase the risk of leaky gut. So, you can see how stomach acid really does protect against this leaky gut. Now, what's a friend of mine told me that when have water, we need to drink water, right? But if you're someone that you're guzzling 2, 3 big old glasses of water during a meal, that you're actually diluting that stomach acid and it's not really good. So it's thinking about during in between meals, I really want to hydrate. So another tip, another thought of just even how gut feeling it affects our sleep, affects our mood is stress. Now, stress is a thing too that we live in a very high stress world. Depending on our age, showing up here tonight, there could be you've got chronic age in your own self that you're stressed about. It could be job, it could be relationship, parenting, your parents aging, the stress in the world. There is so much. And when your body takes on that stress, your gut struggles to perform and work smoothly. That's where that bloating, stomach pain can also take effect. And the stress slows down your metabolism, making it easier to gain weight and harder for your body to stay balanced and energized. So there's two energy systems, sympathetic, that stop, fight, freeze, stress mode, or parasympathetic, where we're calm, relaxed, our body is really functioning well. If we're in this high stress mode, everything else is put on hold. That means elimination, digestion, immunity, all that's put on hold to deal with the stress. So we really stay with me through the end of this because I want to share some really important support things to really support a healthy gut. Keep your weight in check, your mood happy, your appetite under control, and your sleep and stress where they need to be. Now, did you know this? Your intestinal tract is your largest immune system organ. 70 to 80% of our immune producing cells live in the gut. So, this should say that a healthy gut should be really one of our top priorities. Now, another fact that's so interesting is that everyone's intestinal tract is unique. It's formed in the first years of life, and it's pretty cool because it's your tract. That's why we really got to be mindful of what works for me, what works for you might be a little bit different, right? Now, looking at the immune system, here is what sabotages a good, healthy immune system: sugar. Right around the corner, it's Halloween, candy, holidays. When we have so much sugar, it will weaken our immune system, causing inflammation, disrupting the gut bacteria balance, and that can lead to more infections and illnesses. So I'm not saying you can't have sugar, but we're going to talk more about what that looks like in a few slides to come. Now, some of the common signs of gut issues. Look at this list. I think that many people can check off several of these items that are systems because right now, 1 in 3 kids are pre-diabetic, 50% of the population is obese. We have got to take issues with what we're eating, how we're moving, and how we're de-stressing in our lives. Now, look at these common signs of gut issues: bloating, gas, indigestion, weight fluctuations, brain fog, fatigue, allergies, whether they're seasonal or food, skin issues, irregular bowel movements, hormonal issues, autoimmune conditions. There is a lot on this list. So stay in this, okay? Now, when we talk about how to eliminate, part of this gut health is healthy elimination. So, yes, we're going to talk about poop here for a minute. Now, tell me this: if you're a mom of kids or you have any kind of fur baby, I bet you've looked at their poop. You've noticed if it was normal, if there was pebbles, diarrhea. If you have a chocolate lab like me, you'll notice that something comes in that in that poop. There might be an eaten bandana or sock or you name it. I've seen it come out of my dog's poop. But as we get older, I feel like we stop observing poop, and we shouldn't because it really tells us a lot about our gut health. Now, this Bristol stools chart is pretty cool. You can take a picture of this. If you have this recording, you definitely can stop and really look at it. But you want to be mindful of what your poop looks like, what the color looks like, what the condition of it looks like, and what you need more of or less of because of the shape of it. Now, this is one reason I love encouraging people to do the Shaklee 7-day cleanse, because this truly helped me reset my gut, sugar cravings, and also I was more mindful of my poop and really I could see what I needed more of to get more consistency in elimination. Now, stress can really create a physical tension in your bowels and pelvic floor, making it difficult to have complete bowel movements. I can attest that when I am in a very busy season and I get up and I start going, and I don't sit, relax, have my coffee, have something to eat, I do not poop right away and I'm not regular. So I can tell that even my stress can make me kind of close up and I do not have a regular morning. So everyone is different, but I just want you to be mindful to look at ways that we can support healthier elimination. Okay. Now, talking about what we should put in our body, not just what comes out, right? The single most important thing that you can do to support your health is clean up your nutrition. That is something that you get to control 100%. Now, looking at this list, low inflammatory foods, fiber-rich foods coming from the ground that are fresh, that are seasonal, fruits and veggies. Another reason why I love helping people do the 7-day whole food cleanse. We do so much fresh fruits and veggies in different forms, and it really does lower the inflammation. Now, eating whole grains, maybe some of you noticing what bloats you, whether you might have to go gluten-free. Lots of water, but in between meals, and eat foods rich in omega-3s. So again, I'm going to tell you there's a difference in omegas. Now, a lot of the population, we have more of the 6 and 9 omegas, but omega-3s is what reduces inflammation, supports your heart health, improves the brain function, and healthy skin. Sources of good omega-3s are, the salmon, mackerel, sardines, flaxseed, chia seeds, walnuts, algae. We need six, some sixes, but that is where we want to stay away from some of the common seed oils that are out there. Sunflower, corn, and soybean, avocado, um, and then the olive oil are much better. And then two, beneficial heart health. You know, the nines, omega nines could be the olive oil, avocados, walnut, almonds, sorry, and other nuts. But we just really want to make sure we've got a good balance. And lean meats too is so helpful for our nutrition. And I'll talk more about protein in a minute, but of course, I got to talk about some foods to avoid. Processed foods, that is wrecking havoc on our lifestyle, and just we are not eating nutrient-dense foods. And so, especially anything that has artificial ingredients, I just downloaded this app called Yucca, Y-U-K-A, and you can scan the barcode. And it tells you whether it's poor quality or it's excellent, and it gives you reasons why. And then it also gives you recommendations of something similar that would be healthier, and it's a free app, really cool. But staying away from some of these artificial processed foods will make a big difference in our gut. Foods that are high in preservatives, refined sugars, artificial additives really irritate the gut lining and harm gut bacteria. Now, sugar feeds the harmful bacteria and it can increase the inflammation. So when you think of even artificial sweeteners like aspartame and sucralose, they also will disrupt the gut bacteria. So even diet sodas and stuff are not any better. Trans fats, heavily fried foods are harder to digest and can increase inflammation in the gut, potentially harming good bacteria. Alcohol damages the gut lining, increases permeability, disrupting the balance of gut bacteria. Gluten for some people, inflammation, irritation, dairy as well for some. So again, you've got to look at what foods do for you, and keeping a food journal and a log is so helpful to know when you eat something and you respond and have that irritation or that bloating or whatever, you know what's the culprit, right? Again, why I love helping people do the 7-day cleanse that you eliminate and then start adding simply some new things back into the diet. Now, the next few slides, I'm going to talk about ways to support your gut. Now, I mean, blissful sleep, 7 to 8 hours would be the goal, right? And so here's the thing. If you're not getting blissful 7 to 8 hours of sleep, I want you to say sleep is critical. And you probably know that, but you want to focus on that. And it's so important, just not even what we put in our mouth, but also this is a big deal when our body, our brain, our hormones, our muscles, everything is recharging, repairing, restoring. We really need to fight for good sleep. So it might just be the sleep hygiene, what our room temperature is like, how we're slowing things down, if we need to have a gratitude journal or a brain dump journal, or this is where we just listen to good music, set the light tone. It's dark, cold. There's so many things that can go into having restorative sleep and getting ready for that. Now, because here's the thing, good sleep keeps your stress hormones low, which helps your gut work better. It also supports healthy gut bacteria, making it easier to digest food and absorb nutrients. Again, going back to that calm state of parasympathetic and that stress state, when your body and you go to bed with high stress, you're thinking about everything that you did or didn't do, that meeting, that conversation, that argument, whatever, and you go to bed like that, everything else in your body is going to be put on hold and your mind is circulating those thoughts. So higher cortisol at night and stress suppresses your melatonin production. The melatonin is what helps you get into that really good meditative kind of sleep. So again, if you've got this high stress and stress suppresses melatonin, that is why you're not sleeping or staying asleep at night. Okay. And also the high cortisol can lead to an imbalance of bacteria, slower digestion, what I was saying, even inflammation. And so you're not really absorbing your nutrients or digesting well. So that could be like the bloating and the discomfort. So again, sleep, stress, all that goes into really healthy gut. Now, another way to support your gut is exercise, movement, even non-exercise, even the neat movement, things that you're walking from, taking the stairs, or you're parking farther than grocery store, or you're walking around the house, or you're going up and down. Exercising stimulates your gut, encourages your bowel movements, healthy bacteria balance. When you're active, you want to make healthier choices. You just kind of do. And it reduces inflammation and it lowers stress. Exercise is so good. So you got to tell yourself, It's so good for your body, so good for your mind, good for your gut, good for everything. And I want you to encourage yourself or get a partner accountability, but exercise is so important. Now, I want to throw another term with you here, the term salt follows water. I learned this from my friend Julie. She's a functional medicine doctor. She's amazing. And she said this, as your body uses and loses water through sweating, breathing, when you're exercising, you're also going to lose salt and other electrolytes. And sometimes we lose too much that we lose the balance of fluids and our cells functioning well. And one of my favorite products is called Hydrate, but it's got a full spectrum of electrolytes. And I put it in my water. I usually take it to the gym, shake it up. It's lemon lime and orange. I love it, but it really rehydrates you faster than water does alone. And sometimes we need more than water to rehydrate us. And if we stay hydrated, again, that's another reason why we're going to eliminate a lot better. Okay. Another way to for us to support our gut is probiotics. Now, looking at probiotics, it is supplements that replenish the good and beneficial microflora and bacteria. Now, as our society, we have lost good nutrients in our soil. Our soils are just being depleted of it. It's impossible really to get all of our vitamins and minerals from our food alone. So we really need to supplement wisely and choose probiotics that are going to replenish the gut beneficial microflora. And here's the thing. We don't eat enough of the protein-rich foods to get it, the probiotic-rich foods. And there's some specific strains of bacteria to aid in digestion, absorb nutrients, and support immune health. Now, not all supplements are the same. Trust me, they're not. You got to find one that the probiotic is really going to get through the stomach lining and the stomach acid to really get to the right place in your intestines to you be utilized in the right way to deliver all this microflora and this good bacteria. So make sure if you don't have a good probiotic and you haven't been using one, I'll share some at the end that I think are really, really good. Now, another way to support your gut is enzymes. Sometimes we definitely need some good enzymes. Break down the food. As we age, we naturally lose them. Sadly, that's just what's happening. And so we might need to supplement to really break down. You think about the protein, fat, carbs, dairy, so that we're easing the symptoms of heartburn, gas, bloating, and discomfort. So this is the big deal. Sometimes I do take an enzyme if I know that I'm going to go to a certain restaurant or I'm going to go over to someone's house and I might have something that might not agree with my tummy. I'm going to eat their food, but I might take this before I go. Now, I feel like I missed one here and maybe I did not. Okay. Now, here's what I love. Looking at people's testimonies, because there's a lot of people that have done this 30-day transformation reset with me. They've done the 7-day healthy cleanse and they've seen some amazing results. And I love that because feeling good and finding some good sustainable habits are so healthy to reset our gut, to get some weight loss, feel better, have better sleep, hormone issues. And I like my friend Crystal here, feeling all the feels and losing some inches, but also sleeping better, energized, bloat gone. Because this is the reason why I think some people are doing the cleanse, and it's why I do it. I might only lose 2 pounds, but I feel like I lost 10 pounds of all the inflammation that was gone. My joints feel better. My other friend Stacy here says this cleanse changed her life, just having more confidence and muscle strength, but also just taught so much about her body and what foods were triggers or sensitivities. Because here's the thing, as we age, our bodies are less tolerant to gluten, our bodies are less sensitive to insulin. And so any kind of having, let's say, carbs in the morning are really we're gonna follow this sugar roller coaster if we don't have protein or if we don't have some good fiber with that carb. So this is what I tell people is the cleanse really helps you recognize what foods are going on in your system, but also it's the diet after too. Protein forward in the morning and really having less carbs at night, especially as I'm aging, because my body's really not digesting well those heavy carbs at night, and my glucose might stay elevated, and it really affects just how I wind down as well as how I store fat. Okay. Now, another friend, my friend Jen from California, she was amazed. This is all gut bloating that she experienced. This was 7 days. Literally, she was so shocked when she sent me these pictures, and it was just the inflammation in certain foods that were causing that and being aware of that. So this is another reason why I love the benefit of that. Now, passionate about helping people find the connection of gut health and overall health. And so I offer a 30-day transformation, and usually starting the first of the month, the Monday of every month. You can start whenever, but it's really helping people find some good rhythms and good accountability because I think we do so much better when we feel like someone's asking us the questions, checking in with us, and we've got great accountability, and that's what I love to do. And looking at these are some good supporting guts. It's the protein, it's the selected vitamins, supplements that that fill in the gap. And then when someone's wanting to do this gut rehaul, I say choose the boost of the cleanse. Get this 7 days going, you'll feel great. Another one is this stress relief. Because if we have ongoing stress, this is one that is a great supplement that blunts the effects of cortisol so your body doesn't feel stressed. And it's wonderful. It really helps manage that stress. Now, another option is a good gut option. It's got the healthy bundle of the protein, collagen, the digestive enzyme, and the probiotic. Now, again, you can a la carte anything, which I think is wonderful, but finding something that you know in your body that's helping you deliver the nutrients that you need, really working on prioritizing that sleep. What am I eating? What do I need to tweak in my diet, my movement, and my stress? And finding someone like me or whoever invited you to help walk you through, ask good questions, and know that, okay, I've got some good information. Because here's the reality of it. We've all been bombarded by years of toxins, maybe poor choices and habits, alcohol, smoke, chemicals in our food, that it's so important to cleanse our liver and our gut 2 to 4 times a year. And that's why I love doing the 7-day cleanse gut reset. And then also learning what my foods my body needs. Maybe I need to up my protein. Maybe I've been intermittent fasting, I've been skipping breakfast, and I've got a high stress job, and my body needs good, healthy protein for breakfast. So it sometimes might be a willingness to change, knowing that the age that I'm at, this is going to be the better bet, better safe bet for me. And I see the difference in results. So thanks again for hopping on. Please let the person that invited you know where you're at, what you're curious to know more about, and even just something that you really want some good gut support focus groups to jump into. We love to help serve you and be a part of this with you. So have a blessed day, and we are grateful and thanks for joining us.